one topic I wanted to talk about before we head off to a little break here is some news about BC and how they want everyone's opinion about making buildings more accessible for everyone. I don't know about you, but I do know some people personally that, are in wheelchairs or with walkers and they need, I have clients and family and friends, and they need the accessibility. And there's a lot of buildings that don't have that. So the government's asking the public to fill out an online survey to help guide changes to the building code. And there's a couple stories. So somebody named Dominic Jacobs, so she can't get into her Vancouver Island condo using the front entrance without someone to hold the door for her. That would be pretty difficult, especially if you're waiting around. How long? I can't imagine that. But stairways, door handles, slippery floors. Most disabled British Columbians have a list of things that make buildings inaccessible to them, and now the province wants to hear about them as it works to update the BC Building Code. So much like where builders, and I was part of a task force many years ago about getting into the building code for future aging, so that when you buy a home, you can actually age in it. And when you do possibly need a walker or a wheelchair, that you can still live in your same home. And what's roughed into the home and what's already built there are the wider doorways, the maybe the microwave in the lower shelf, the support behind the walls where you might have to get support, by the toilet or the shower, things like that. That's already built. Roughed into the house. So the building code lays out the minimum safety requirements for new building construction, and it's updated every 5 years or so, and the province is putting a focus on accessibility for the next update in 2023. So Dan Coulter, the MLA for Chilliwack, is the Parliamentary Secretary for Accessibility, and he says his government's goal is to make BC the most accessible province, and for that they need public help. He's launched an online survey which British Columbians can use to lay out their priorities for building access. Accessible doors that are activated by push button make buildings more accessible for wheelchair users and also people who use canes or have limited use of their hands or arms. People can use their elbows or hips to push the button and open the door. So he says, I think we can use the survey and the input from British Columbians to help us shape the building code, maybe in areas we never thought about. So accessibility is something Coulter thinks about every day, because not just, I don't know if you knew, but not just because it's his job, but it's because he uses a wheelchair. He says he avoids all buildings that don't have an elevator and finds doors challenging as well. If they don't open automatically, the building, can be inaccessible to him. So there are places he may not be able to go because of that. Jacobs would like all new buildings to have automatic doors that are activated by the simple swipe of a key fob. They should also slide open. That's such a great idea. I love that idea. So there is lots of room for people to get through using the scooters and wheelchairs. And the province, they're wanting to offer grants to builders to help cover the cost and make it easier to include during their construction. So buildings for everyone is what they want. So that is a little news that please go on and find. Maybe if you Google, I don't have the link for you. I'll put it actually on my homepage on my website probably later today. But the province has the survey, so I'll put the link there. But if you just search BC, building codes accessibility survey, you probably will find it as well. But it'll be on my homepage.
All right, very cool. If people want to go to that homepage and get some more information, what is that web address?
MicheleCummins.ca.
We're back with more right after this.